Japan, 1984. The legendary game designer Shigeru Miamotos has quickly made a name for himself with the creation of arcade classics like Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong 3, and the original Mario Bros. Japan's version of the Nintendo Entertainment System, known as the Famicom, has been available now for a year and has been populated with several interesting and innovative games. But this is the year we get to see Miyamoto dip his toes into new waters with the release of his very first home console game, Devil World. Releasing October 5th, 1984, Devil World takes the familiar feel of a Pac-Man game and revitalizes it with a variety of new gameplay elements. You play as Tamagon, a green dragon that sets out to, as it says in the manual, attack the Devil's World. His opposition, however, is strong, as the devil himself sits atop the playfield, dancing and mocking you, as he directs his minions to move that playfield in ways that can cause you to be crushed by the walls. All sides of the screen are bordered by rollers. The devil's minions that operate those rollers follow his guidance and will use them to scroll the playfield left, right, up, and down as he dances. In Stage 1, your job is to collect all the dots in the maze and avoid the creatures that are being sent to stop you, without being trapped by the moving walls. The trick is that you are helpless until you pick up and carry one of the many crosses that are scattered along the floor. While you possess a cross, you can pick up dots by moving over them, and, just as importantly, defend yourself by spitting fire at the enemies. Be mindful though, your cross will only last for so long, and when it does fade away, you'll be helpless again. Pick up another one and get back to work. Stage 2 changes things up a bit by eliminating the dots and crosses. This time, you'll need to collect the 4 Bibles one at a time and carry them to the red box on the screen. Take 1 Bible to each side of the box, and you will seal the devil and defeat the stage. The third and final stage is simply called Bonus Box. Here, you will find 6 boxes to collect within a very tight time frame. They are only there to add points to your score, and it won't make a difference if you fail to get them all. When the timer expires, you move on to the next stage no matter what. This happens in a loop with the 3 stages until you've expired all of your lives, the goal of which is to achieve the highest score possible. This game is oftentimes referred to as a Pac-Man clone, and I understand why that's the case considering the dot collecting of the first stage, but I feel that comparison is selling it short. The varied goals of the 3 stages extend well beyond the limits of Pac-Man's single, infinitely repeating screen, and the addition of the scrolling playfield provide an ever-present hazard that makes navigating the maze much more interesting. This game was only released in Japan initially, and then later in Europe. It never made it to the United States, because at that time Nintendo had strict policies about shipping games to the US that contained religious imagery. They were always concerned about offending the Christian part of the population, who had proven over and over again during that era that they wouldn't accept any depictions of dungeons, dragons, or devils in their entertainment media. The 80s, after all, were also home to what is known as the Satanic Panic era. Look that one up sometime and have a fun read if you want to see many thousands of people freak out over a problem that they created from their own imaginations. Overall, Devil World is a really fun game that puts Miyamoto's arcade roots on full display, and if you ask me, this game would have been perfectly at home in an arcade cabinet right next to Donkey Kong or Space Invaders. You'll find physical copies on eBay in both the Japanese Famicom and European NES cartridge style. If digital is your thing, it's easy to find a ROM on the internet, load that into your emulator of choice, and enjoy a little bit of gaming history. It's good stuff. I think you'll like it. Be sure to like and subscribe so YouTube recommends us to other viewers. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.